Hello guys, good evening and welcome to this channel. I'm bringing you an update that is not very pleasant for Nigerians who aspire to go to the United States. On this channel we try to educate you on traveling, tourism. So many people cross borders for different reasons. Now in the case of Nigerians, starting from today the 8th of July, the United States government has made a new resolution. It is important you have this information, but it may not be coming to you as something very pleasant. If you're a Nigerian who want to visit the United States, from after July 8th, the US government has now said that any Nigerian who seek to come to the United States to visit should apply for visa and will be given 3 months validity. And within that 3 months, you can only get into the United States once. Now, this is how it works. If you get the 3 months visa, it's going to have an effective date and also have when it's going to expire. You can choose to get in on the first day that the visa permits you. You can choose to remain there until like a day before the visa expires. But if you go in there and come out the very next day, even when you still have 2 months and say 29 days remaining on your visa, you can't go back to the United States. So that's the meaning of single entry. So you're going to get 3 months and you're going to get single entry. So let's say you want to have a business to do for 7 days, you have 2 weeks business, you have 3 weeks business. Good. You will get a 3 months visa that is valid for only that 3 months, but you can only use it to cross the US border once. That means you can only get into the country once. If you get in and exit, you cannot come back with it, even if you still have days left on the visa. Another important point is this. If you get that 3 months visa, it is advisable, and I will appeal to you not to stay more than that 3 months validity that a visa gives to you, because you stand a chance of being denied the next time you apply if you had any reason to stay 1 day, even 1 day more than that 3 months. So I know people will always apply for the United States visa, so it's important you have this information. Somebody is going to ask, what happened? Yes, prior to now, up to sometime in May of 2023, the United States used to give 2 years for what they call the B1, B2 visa, which is for immigration, tourism, visiting friends and family. You apply, you get 2 years, even if you have a single event, and that 2 years gives you multiple entry, which means if you can go in today, come out, go back, and for that multiple entry, for each time you come in, you can spend as much as 6 months, provided you don't exceed 6 months before you exit. So over time, you have seen people have United States visa. They go into the United States, they come out, they go back, and they can do that for the next 2 years. And in fact, there was even a rule for Nigeria that if you remain within Nigeria territory and your 2 years exhausted, is expired, provided the time of expiration has not exceeded 24 months, you can just return to the embassy. You do what they call the drawbus, do another application, fill the DS-160 form, pay for a visa, and just drop. You don't need to be interviewed. It will be renewed and sent back to you. That also had its own issues, and during a certain administration of one of the president, that was modified, seriously modified, that you now needed to even appear. You need to book an appointment for interview. You appear, but you don't need to be interviewed. You be collected from you to be renewed and sent back to you. But again, you could only do that within the Nigerian territory. So you can be a Nigerian living in that country and you qualify for that. But if you must do it, you must be within Nigeria territory, or you will not be qualified for it. So if you are outside Nigeria territory, you have to be interviewed. Now, after May 2023, the US government decided to be giving 5 years visa to Nigerians. So when you apply, you get 5 years multiple entry for as long as you hold that visa. You can go to the United States and come out. You can go in anytime and spend not in excess of 6 months, and come out, go in again, and visit anywhere in the United States. But from after July 8, which is from July 9, any application and you make, you can only be eligible for a visa of 3 months, and you can only go in once. Now, there are different reasons that people have adduced to this. We've asked questions from the Nigeria consulate, we have asked questions from different places, and what keeps coming from the people allegedly is that even while the Nigerian government, the US government has been giving 5 years or prior to 5 years, 2 years to the Nigerian people who want to visit the United States, the Nigerian government has not been doing so for the American people. In visa application between nations, there's what we call the principles of reciprocity. Reciprocity is the way you treat my people is the way I will treat your people. In the principles of reciprocity, if my people apply to you and they are charging, you are going to charge them $1 for visa. If your people apply to me, I also charge them $1. If your people apply to me and I'm going to give them 1 year, I'm also expecting you to give my people 1 year when my people apply. On the basis of that principles of reciprocity, it is alleged that the Nigerian government has kept its visa application for United States citizens who want to visit Nigeria at 3 months single entry. So the United States government perhaps is responding to that to say, okay, we perhaps were meant to be giving 5 years to each other at $185 per application, but you have kept our people, our countrymen, at 3 months single entry. So we want to give your people 3 months single entry. Other people postulate that it may just be general, it may just be part of the general immigration shake-up. There'll be a wave of immigration shake-up, in the United States in the wake of this new administration to say, we need to cut, influx of people into the United States, because there have also been allegations that some people get those visas, come to the United States and don't leave and find their way around, and they continue to form a burden for the government. So all of these have been canvassed, but whatever reason has been adduced, as of today, there's no reason adduced specifically on the side of the United States government. So what we know is that for today forward, any visa you apply to go to once you apply for visitors visa to the United States as a Nigerian, it doesn't mean you must be living in Nigeria. As long as you're a green passport holder, even if you live in another country and you need a visa to go to the United States and you are using the green passport to apply, you will be given 3 months single entry. Now, what do you think you want to do about this case? Some people still need to visit the United States, truly. And, the coming days will make it clearer. But I will encourage you to still apply on time. Plan your event and ensure that it's for a specific period. Apply for that period, get your visa, travel in and travel out. I'm sure the two countries, as long as they continue to maintain bilateral relationship, will work out a way, because I believe that as you hear this as a Nigerian, whether you live in Nigerian territory or not, you are going to be agitated. And so I'm sure there will be some uproar, people talking about this to the government of Nigeria to say you have to intervene in this. But before the intervention, for now, this is what we have to be dealing with. But there is a good news. The good news is that for those whose visas, whether it is 2 years or 5 years, have been approved before July 8th, their visas remain valid. And I'm sure that will bring some joy to some people, even if majority of the people who aspire to go to the United States, because I know there are some people who have application pending before the United States Embassy. They've got a date in the future to get interviewed, and they are waiting for this interview, and I'm hoping that by the time they get interviewed and they're successful, they'll get like 5 years. I know how disappointed they'll be now. But be that as it may, attend your interview, get the visa, go to the United States, because it's a very beautiful place. It's a place you will love to go to. Go to the United States, come back. If you need to go again, apply again. I know it's going to really be a lot of, burden for persons, being of hiccup, because, I know what it is when you have to travel. You don't need to apply for visa first. Just, look at your time you want to travel, buy your ticket, and the next thing you fly. I know how it is. I know that feeling. I also know the feeling how it used to be when I'll have to travel. I need to first of all apply for visa. You know, there's a lot of planning. It doesn't even allow you to buy your ticket on time. And you know, if you buy your flight ticket on time, you're likely to buy a better one. You're likely to buy a cheaper one. But this is the reality, and it is important. I feel it's important to inform our our audience, people who follow us, people who rely on us for first-hand information. So as it happened today, we felt it was important we bring this to your attention. Cheer up. It may not be the best of news you are waiting to hear, but it's important you get to know. Thank you for staying tuned to our channel. Share this and let people have the information. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe and follow us for more tips on travel, education, health, and spiritual well-being. Thank you so much.